Just gonna kind of jump into it here. What I wanted to do was explore. I've pushed these words to the bottom here, and I wanted to kind of play with a scenario that involves... Oh, that actually... Oh, interesting. Oh, once the rocket is there, it's kind of stuck. So this wasn't doing exactly what I had. What I was doing before off stream is I had kind of this, and I was able to kind of switch back and forth between the two of these. Don't know exactly where that gets me. Because now Baba is not push. I need Baba to be push. Yeah, see, if we do that, then Baba moves along. And so does empty. So we're not switching between the two things. And then I can't quite... Oh, I can do that. I don't think I can actually get Baba where I need Baba to be now. Also, the rocket is stuck. Huh. This is a toughie. This is a toughie. So I want to restart this. I think I can get back to where I need to be if I restart. What was the thing I was trying to accomplish? I need a way to push flag is win into place, which is actually not too hard to accomplish on its own. If we simply make... Like, if we're trying to segment this problem, we can actually do something like this. If we just wanted to activate the phrase flag is win, you can do it like this. So that's very, very achievable. The problem now, though, is how do we get something that is U to the flag? Because I don't think we can do it while empty is U. Empty is U is kind of a special case because as soon as any of the empty squares that are around the flag move in its direction, they also disappear. They don't actually... They cease to be empty. We also have we've kind of lost access to the word push. It's not really possible to get push out. So this on its own is not sufficient, but it is interesting that we can at least accomplish this. But yeah, we need to be able to both do this and get a situation where Baba is you and Baba has been pushed behind the moons. Easier said than done. Okay, well, let's try to keep following this line of segmenting things. Just working on one problem at a time, rather than trying to solve the entire thing. So we've been able to maneuver flag is win, or complete the phrase flag is win. Let's see if we can create a scenario where Baba is behind the moons. Let's see if we can achieve that goal. Can we find a way? It feels like you have to do something. I think the only way to achieve that is to have a scenario where Baba is not you and Baba is push, because otherwise how do you move Baba? So that's kind of what I was working on at the start of the stream here. So how do we do this? We need Baba to be pushed, but we also need empty is you. I mean, that's... Okay, so we kind of would need it to... Right, we kind of need the rocket. Right, we kind of need the rocket. Because in order for Baba to actually be pushed past the moons, similar to how we use the word push, or we could use any word, maybe not any word, but we use the word push to push Win up one square past this moon. And we need a similar, by similar extension, we need something to be able to push Baba. I don't suppose, or I don't, it wouldn't have to necessarily be the rocket, although I think in this case it does have to be because none of the words are expendable, I don't think. Unless we create a scenario like... What if we did this? No, that... Well... No, it doesn't quite work. Unless I do... It would have to be more like... What is this supposed to look like? I'm backing up here in hopes that I gain easy access to push. It took a lot more steps than I was thinking it might. So I kind of need this to be here, and I kind of need... I don't know if I want is to be... Let's get that. I'm gonna need that somewhere here, but I don't know where yet. So now we can do something like this. So now Baba is push, but I've also now entered a spot where I don't think I can push Baba up. Oh, I can one step at a time. That's funny. I can actually do it one step at a time. Intriguing. Yeah, I was just trying to engineer this, trying to engineer some scenario where I could have both empty is you and Baba is push. I don't know if this is the ideal way to do it. I'm sort of exploring different lines right now. I totally stumbled upon the fact that you can toggle it here. That's a fun little consequence. So what if I... So I needed to, before this though, I need the rocket to be... Okay, so if I can get a scenario, if I can get this scenario like this, where Baba ends up here, I could theoretically... The problem is though, how do I make Baba is you from here? With this text arrangement, this is probably not the way I want it. I don't need to be... They're giving me the extra is here, I don't need to be so... I don't need to be so stingy. But I was just... I don't know, I was exploring. But I don't think this is going to be... Is there any way to get from here back to... I guess I could do... If I'm just focusing on getting back to Baba is you, the problem is when you get pushed up against the edge of anything, the whole scenario of empty is you doesn't quite work the way you think it does. This is Baba. If you can do it, then it's correct. I'm gonna reset. Let's start from scratch here. My goal was just seeing if I could create, like I got sidetracked on the whole experiment of empty being you. But my goal here is to try to get Baba behind the moons, which means I kind of need, I think, the rocket ship to push us there. So let's think about how we do that. We have the ability to kind of maneuver the is you. We can move is you with the help of empty. We can move is you to the left or right if we need. Now, in this scenario, these all move together, right? So I have done this before, but I kind of need... Like, I want to really end up with a spot here where Baba is, like, right next to the rocket, or somehow, like... No, I kind of want Baba to be... Well, it doesn't really matter. If Baba is not you, Baba can hit the moons here and wait for the rocket to push it. This is interesting. Yes, there's so many things to think about on this one, as tends to be the case with the more difficult ones. And it's very important to try to focus in on one particular aspect, which I'm not super succeeding at just yet. Still waiting for the caffeine to fully kick in. I think it might be a good idea play around with this a little longer and then move on to another puzzle rather than aiming for the full solve right now. I want empty is you and Baba is push. But I also... Empty is you and Baba is push. So what I could do then is maybe put the rocket like this. So it's on the same line as Baba. And now when I go like this, problem is Baba is push. I mean, I could put them up against the ceiling like that. No, but I can't because the rocket. I would need to push them over one. Or I can do this. Once again, Baba's push is kind of in the way, though. I didn't have to push these up here, right? These don't have to be up here. Problem is when I push one into place like this, Okay. Okay. We did it. The goal of getting Baba past the moons has been achieved. Can I also say Baba is you now? I think if I do this, Oh, that did push past the stars. Interesting. It's gonna break at some point. So can I now say... Oh, I can't do that either. I want to go like this. No, but I can't push... These stars, man. These pesky stars are kind of getting in the way now. So that's probably the issue with this arrangement here. I probably want to make Baba is push from left to right. That's probably what I want to do. That's how I have to start these problems, Shock. I have to, if there's so many moving parts, I'm going to be hopelessly lost if I try to do anything but like hyper focus on one particular aspect. Once I get there, then I can see, okay, now I need to iron out this other step that needs to come next. But we at least got the first aspect. So we kind of need Baba is push to be left or right like this. So that's kind of what I was doing. I think when I first started this during breakfast off stream, I was kind of doing something like this. Trying to think about the rocket ship positioning. Because if I go like this, the rocket's trapped. So can I do this? Is it better to maybe go above? Maybe it's better to do this. Okay. Now eventually, empty as you and stuff is going to break. And we kind of don't really need Baba to be pushed anymore, actually. So maybe we don't need the rocket ship the way that I thought. Maybe the rocket ship can actually be used to push the win. Maybe the rocket ship is in the wrong place. Okay, let's worry about the rocket ship later. Right now, the first problem of getting Baba past moons has been solved. Second problem is returning to Baba is you. Solved. We just need to get the rocket to push win into position. I think this is winnable from this spot. Let me just get to right there. Because that's all we need, right? We need the rocket to be right there. Now I go like this. Shit, I can't do that. I need to do this first. And then that. And then this. And then that. Okay, that's kind of a stuck scenario. Now the problem is Baba is stuck. But maybe this is still workable because I can eventually do something like this. No. Let me see if I can... Oh, Baba is also stuck. That's the other problem. I feel like I'm close to something here, but we need a slight tweak. Can I do this with Baba at the bottom? I didn't push the rocket ship in. I mean, actually, can I just do... No, that's the furthest I can do with the rocket. But that's fine, because now I can go like this. This is okay. I need to do this. No, I can't do that. Can I do... I feel like I'm very close. Could be wrong. I'm just not quite sure what is my, what's my fork in the road that I can return to get me back on the right track here. Because if I just naively go like... Okay, Baba is push. I can't do that. So if I just go like this... Well, I can't do that. Okay, so we could do that. Now Baba's no longer push. Oh! Oh, this works too, I guess. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to make Baba is you from this spot. If I want to get Baba to the flag, because if I go like this, now Baba is kind of never you again. So that doesn't work. We had this scenario. I had a scenario where the words were above the clouds. And it just magically clicked into place where I was able to switch back to Baba is you. I might want to rewatch the stream to how I had it loaded up. Dare I reset? I don't know that I want to reset fully. Let me see if I can back up here to a spot that I like. So what did I do before? I did... Let's ignore the rocket ship for now. I mean, I can at least do that, right? So what did I do? So I did this, and then I did this. Now, the rocket ship is screwed, right? But let's ignore the rocket ship for now. Let me just see if I can return to that hyper-focus spot of getting... Yeah, so we get to here, and then we get to here, and then we get to here, right? That's what I want to get to. Because now I can get the flag. Yee! I just need flag to be win. So, my issue is from this space here, I want the rocket to go up, but if I go up, I kind of ruin things. Is that true? Do I ruin things? Because now Baba-Is push is on the ceiling. Is that okay? Can I just do something like... Well, Baba's on the ceiling too. That's the other problem. That's the problem. Baba's on the ceiling. And Baba cannot be pushed down now. Unless I make Baba-Is you. Maybe I can do that. Not sure I can make that. This dang star, man. They have placed these stars very strategically, Shock, have they not? The evil strategic stars. This feels so close. So close enough that I don't want to move on like I was saying I was going to. Does it have to be right here? Can I also, could I also do something that has this just pushed a little bit lower? Or do I end up in the same spot? Does everything repeat itself the same if I do this? Kind of. Okay, actually, this is kind of progress. Right? Let's fucking go. Thank you for the GG Shock. That one felt amazing. Also, it kind of snuck up on me because I really was not convinced. I wasn't convinced that whole time up until like the very end. But I felt... I think my intuition at least was on the right track, that we just needed a slight tweak. And we got there. The manipulation at the end is miserable no matter how you slice it. You have to almost... Yeah, you gotta like thread such a thin little opening there. This game is amazing. I can see why you like it so much. I've liked it before when I have kind of it feels like it's just been very brief interludes with Baba because the game hadn't hooked me before, even though I could see the allure. But I think I'm finally there. Okay. New level, platformer. There's still time to get hooked even more. Let's go. Ooh, I see new stuff. It's always exciting when you see new stuff. In this case, I see UFO. Why wouldn't we have UFOs in space? All right. Flag is win. Baba is you. Cloud is defeat. Wall and door is stop. Door is shut. There is no empty. We have empty squares, obviously, like we always do, but I do not see the keyword empty because we have moved it back over to the right side of the board. So we're back now dealing with fall. So Kiki is fall and push. There's also an open up there. And we have an and to play around with. And then we have UFO is push, and we have the potential to do rocket is push. Okay. Something has to be open. Something has to be open. Gosh, how do we even make something open? That's the first challenge I'm seeing here. How the heck do I do that? I guess you do it like this. I forgot I can push open. I was like, how do I push something to open? I could do it like this. But they want us to have access to this and first, so we can do other stuff with it, I guess. Perhaps use it as a platform. As the level suggests, we need to do some platforming. Like this, maybe? Not exactly sure how we're supposed to do this platforming, but we can also make UFO push. Okay. I'm maybe beginning to see what we're supposed to do here, potentially, because we can switch between rocket is push and UFO is push. And because Kiki is fall, we can kind of do some stuff here where we're like pushing Kiki along. Although now I need to switch this back. The trick is going to be... What is the trick going to be? Oh, I forgot about that. So it would make more sense to use rocket maybe as the first stepping stone, but I also don't know that we want to get Kiki down here just yet. Kiki is also push. So you can yeah, you can do this. You can do this. You can get Kiki back up here, kind of. This is, if anybody has seen the movie Nope, this might, if you have recently seen this can be a little funny. Okay. Let's reset. So it is not too difficult to get here, and well, let me amend that. We can push the UFO up here into the cloud, but no further. We would need to use... Oh, okay. So we probably need to do something like... We need to use our toggle here to do some sort of maneuver where we are, like... If we have access to and as well, what we can do is... We can do maybe something like... Let's reset, actually. Reset. Hold on. I'm wondering if and can be like a go-between. Where we can... This is gonna be tough to do it this way, though. I might be overthinking this a little bit. Oh, right, and of course they can't both be push. Okay, so this is definitely not gonna work. Okay, so whatever idea I was exploring there is, well, maybe not a non-starter, but it's definitely not what I was thinking it was. How do we move Kiki laterally? How do we move Kiki laterally? I mean, there's obviously the very simple start that you could do this and this and then this. These don't even necessarily have to be on this same level, but let's say we start there. So we can do this, and then we can do this. But the problem is eventually we run into... Oh, actually no. Can't we just do this? Yeah, we can do that. Okay. Now, once you get here... Yeah. Okay. We might have solved it, question mark? I just don't want to get... We want this to be here, I'm pretty sure. There's gonna be something that I'm overlooking. This feels a little too simple. There's got to be something that they have accounted for. Actually, I don't... I need to use the word and here because I need UFO to be push. If UFO is not push, then Kiki does not land on the UFO. So that means I'm gonna have to use this word and temporarily. I'm seeing what the issue is gonna be. Could I have overcome this? Oh, cloud is defeat. Cloud is not stop. Cloud is defeat, not stop. Could I have... Because this is gonna happen here. That's cool. But I have a little bit of an issue now. I think the word and is trapped. So I cannot make Kiki is fall and push and open. So that's a bit of an issue. So actually, hold on. Let's start over. What if I do this the other way? Is this possible for me to do the other way? And just go like this? Rather than using and first? Because I think that might actually solve my problem of getting the and in an unusable state. Also, I didn't need to push things that high. I might have undercomplicated it this time and saved myself the trouble. Because I can actually push Kiki there. I didn't need to like push everything up to here. Okay, so that is one thing well, okay. So this is the key here. Once Kiki is at this spot, yeah, that's the trick. Once Kiki is at this spot, we have a little bit of a conundrum. We have a little bit of a conundrum because the next step here is to make UFO push. The naive solution, the next step is to make UFO push and put it down here. So it catches Kiki, theoretically, and then Kiki comes over here, or we push Kiki over here. Kiki falls here. And then we maneuver and open into position, and the door becomes open. Slight problem. Slight problem is, how do I push Kiki? I can't push Kiki myself because cloud is defeat. I can't use the rocket right now because I need UFO to be push. If UFO is not pushed, Kiki just falls below the UFO and Kiki's stuck. And if I use and, my and is stuck. If I do this, like, cool, I've gotten Kiki where I want Kiki to be. But how do I get my and? I need my dang and. Or at least I need it in a position that I can actually push it away. Like, I can push it out of the cloud like this, but then it's not any use to me because I can't get it on the other side of open. So that's my quandary at the moment. Is there something that I am just completely overlooking in terms of maneuvering words into places? Rocket is push. I'm gonna go ahead and restart. Rocket is push, and UFO is push. I don't think there is a way to make both. Maybe there is some way in which, like, is there ever a world where you can't really have Kiki be on the cloud here, can you? Like, my very, very first instinct was to do something where I'm like putting the UFO here and then like pushing it back and forth with the rocket. But I don't think that quite works, because you can't, once you've got, oh, it's not even push. That's the other problem. You almost need like the word and, but then you're getting like the word and stuck. I don't know. Maybe there is something there. I feel like I should investigate this a little bit. Let me just try something here. Let us try to do. Well, I can't. I don't want to push the UFO. Actually, maybe it's okay. No, I don't think I can do what I'm trying to do here. I'm gonna end up... Eventually, I'm gonna end up with... If I push something into the cloud, something is going to be stuck, I think. Because the only way to push something out of the cloud is to use the word and. Going into deep thought mode for a second. This is one of the tricks of these puzzle games, is trying to stay focused on one line of exploration. And I get a little distracted sometimes. The laser pointer shows up and cat brain starts to chase it. What I was saying originally is the only way to push the flying saucer, the UFO, out of the clouds is to do that. Which is maybe okay. What if we start there? Let me just go along this line here. Let's try this. Let's try doing this. So now this lets us do this, and then that. Okay. Now what? Now I can make UFO push. And I can do this. 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 This feels promising. The problem, though, there might not be a problem. Hold on. Not sure yet. Not sure yet. There is a problem, because now how do I push anything the fuck out? No, I could push something the fuck out because I could do this. But also, how do I push the rest of stuff out? Because eventually here, I'm going to try to move something like this, and Kiki's going to fall. Because I need to be able to use, like, the rocket or something else to push out. That's the thing, is I need to be... Reset. Let's not move Kiki just yet. Because theoretically... Oh... My brain is going in so many different directions right now. That is how I want this, I think. Except not quite. So I want to strike that and reverse it. The fact that Kiki is push allows you to do something like this. Which kind of feels like what you need to be doing. But also... maybe that wasn't the right thing. Maybe we just want... this. Okay, I'm trying to think too far ahead here. Hold on. Hold on. Let's just make UFO push. One step at a time. One step at a time. Oh, but I can't do that. No, I can do that. The rocket might not be far enough. Oh, wait a second. No. Shit. Again, probably getting too complicated here. So this feels okay. My only question is, how am I going to get Kiki back to the, or not Kiki. How am I going to get and back across the cloud? Once I've done this, like this is all well and good, cool. Now what? Because I don't think I can actually get and back across. Sure, go ahead, Sparky. I'll take a hydrate while you're sharing that. I often find about the level design. Thinking about the level design helps lead me to parts of a solution. Why is X over here? Why did they leave a gap there, etc.? Yeah. That makes sense. I don't know that I had quite thought of it that way, where I was like trying to derive maybe the intention behind specific puzzle element placement. I think I sort of end up, I might end up answering some of those questions just because my main train of thought is seeing all the things that I'm allowed to do. Not just the pieces, but how they're arranged at the start of the level, where you're able to move, etc. Yeah, so in this case, they're giving us access to one piece of text. In terms of giving us access is a little vague. They're giving us the ability to push around one piece of text, at least free range. We can push around open, but we can't push it down. And so therefore we can't actually have it be part of moving or being a platform for Kiki. I'll think about what you've said, Sparky. That's what I might need to mull over, because I feel like it is a little, it's not quite what I'm used to thinking about in these puzzles, or at least from the start. I kind of need to play around with the puzzle for a bit before I... Like, it would be easy. It would be much easier. Well, I don't know if it would be much easier, actually. No, it would be much easier, I think, if we could... Maybe not. If we had access to a second word, the puzzle still might be a little difficult. Or similarly difficult, if... Because eventually we get to this barrier, right? Eventually Kiki gets pushed to this barrier, and you need Kiki to either go under it or over it. If you try to go over it, that feels like a scenario where you're getting a word stuck here. Once you've pushed a word onto this cloud, you really can't get it back because cloud is defeat. And because you can't get something behind to push it out this way, you can only push it out the right side. And once it's over here, it's kind of too far. Once it's along this column, you can't connect it up with this phrase. It feels like going over this barrier is the fool's errand. I can't say that definitively, but it feels like we're meant to go under. We have a rocket ship and a UFO. Just to make sure I'm understanding, Baba is not stop. So that falls, so Kiki falls through Baba. If you can get 3 objects on this... Well, it's not about having 3 objects. I think I'm gonna have to come back to this puzzle at least. I might need to call it just because I honestly did not get enough sleep last night. And I might just be a little too tired to do puzzles. But we're gonna come back to that one. Let me try to look at one more here and see if something jumps out to me. Oh, this has a few things going on. Rocket is you. Push is star? That doesn't work. That doesn't work. What's our win con? Hold on a second. Oh, it's up here. It's not a win con at the moment. You don't have this one beat yet either? Play along with me. Good luck. I hope you get the win just like the other one. So we could make dust or moon be win. Except we can't make dust is win because dust is defeat. Star is defeat and dust is defeat. Belt is shift, text is fall and float. Oh, text is fall and float. Interesting. Text is fall. That's gonna make some problems, isn't it? Text is fall is gonna make some goddamn problems here. So star and dust are both defeat, which means we have to make moon be win. Right? Let me just test that and be sure. There's some potential funky stuff there you could do because as text is fall, it sort of falls on you. which maybe you could do. Except you are not pushed, so maybe not. So maybe you're just stuck with doing this sort of stuff. So if we do... I just want to see what happens here. I think this doesn't work, but I don't know that I've actually tested this before. Right. So, dust is defeat. Dust is win, doesn't matter, because dust is defeat. Stars defeat, dust is defeat, which means moon has to be win. I don't think we have a way to say rocket is win, so moon is win. Which means we need to clear a path by making dust is weak. If dust is weak, we can get to the moon. Correct? Sorry. Right, okay. So if we can somehow maneuver a scenario, of course this is the puzzle. This is the puzzle, but of course if we could maneuver a scenario where we have dust is weak, stars push, and moon is win, then we're good. How does the level allow me to do that? How does the level allow us to do... At first glance, it appears to not be possible. Oh shit, moon is dust. Oh wow, okay. Text being fall, it makes this quite the what's the puzzle I'm going for here? It's not Jenga in particular, but it's there's some sort of gravity oriented puzzle that comes to mind. It's tough, but I'm kind of enjoying, my brain all of a sudden is a little more engaged in this one. Much more engaged in this one than it was on number 9, because I feel like there's low-hanging fruit. Once I feel like the low-hanging fruit has kind of been picked clean, my brain starts to feel like a little more dejected, but so far I haven't gotten to that stuck stage yet. Let's try to play around with the ways in which we can push words down onto the ground. So we can't push weak out like this first, because that changes... No, it says... Wait, why is it... Huh? Why does that not immediately apply? What? Let's think this through. What is going on here? It says moon is dust. Is this a glitch? Or are we not understanding something about the way that transformations happen? Sparky also seems confused. Did I not just do this? I thought I literally just did this. Maybe I just moved twice and the transformation is like delayed by a time step somehow? If I wait, it does take place. So it's like there's like a time step delay. I don't know why that is happening though. One time step though, and it does the transformation. So let's not worry about that. I don't think that's like a solution, but maybe we'll keep a mental note of it just in case. Right now it seems like a bit of an odd corner case. When text falls into place, there needs to be a time step before it takes effect. I guess so. That's about the only thing I could think of. Everyone loves a little bit of whatever the heck is going on here, right? It may, there's a possibility that that's somehow key to the puzzle, but let's assume for the moment that it's not. And let's just try to maneuver things in a way that somehow allows us It doesn't seem like we're able to use the text here. Any of these words, in particular the is, it does not seem that because of this little ridge right here, it does not seem like we're able to combine these words with any of these words. So I don't think we can come up with a scenario where both dust is weak and moon is win. We can't. My first inclination is that we have to do them separately. So we need a scenario where first dust is weak, but then moon is win. Could be wrong. That's my first thing that I want to explore, though, I think. What does a scenario look like in which we have dust is weak and then moon is win? It would have to be a scenario where dust is weak is arranged vertically, correct? Like this. Oops. Except now we are stuck here. See, that's another complication I hadn't even begun to approach yet. Cause the damn belt is shift. Yo, what the fuck is this puzzle? Okay. Well, what the fuck? Because we don't have access to any moving shenanigans. There's no access to, like, you know, Kiki's move or some shit. Where we can, like, line things up and time it up correctly and yada yada yada. So either we're on, like, maybe we're on the completely wrong line here. Like, maybe this is still the naive solution. Because I could... Let me just see. Is it still possible to make what I want to make? Is it still possible to say... Okay. All right. So at least we demonstrated that, right? The steps of dust is weak and then moon is wind can happen. That much is at least true. Man, if I had one more piece. If I had one more piece. Oh, shit. Wait a second. Wait a second. No, but I can't do that either. Because freaking belt is shift. What happens? Uh-huh, I see. Okay, so maybe this is one of the things that you've tried, Sparky. Except it doesn't quite work. Doesn't quite work. We can make dust this week. Oh. Okay, hold on. Hold on. No. Hmm. Shit. Scream, internal screaming intensifies. I feel like I'm maybe on the cusp of something here. Oh, actually, wait. No, but I'm gonna get things stuck if I do this. Like, I could do this, but now we're stuck. There's nowhere to go from here. Okay, we can't do this, so let's back this up. Back it up, back it up, back it up, back. Okay. I kind of need star to be pushed, don't I? I kind of need star to be pushed at some level. Like my train of thought here. I have not been verbalizing this because I'm a little bit not in full verbalization mode, but what I'm trying to accomplish, or what I was thinking about doing, was setting up a scenario here where I have the star plus the 3 words star is push. Star is push right here. But even that's going to be tough, isn't it? How do I actually manage that? That's where this whole text is fall thing starts to get tricky, because as soon as a piece falls here, like as soon as I get star here, what do I do with star in order to keep this sequence going? I guess I do it like, I mean, you can't do it like this, because then how do you get to the left in order to push it back to the right? You almost need to have push be the first thing, but you can't quite have push be the first thing. Oh my god. Because if I go like this, that's also, we're also stuck. So maybe this line is fruitless. You need a scenario. Unless I can use one of these words left over. Is there a world that I can use one of these words left over? Maybe that's the trick. One of the words from the left becomes our fourth item. Because we need 4 items if we're going to manufacture a scenario where we take out a piece of dust that's weak. We need to eliminate some weak dust. Some weak-ass dust needs to get the hell out of here. So I need one object. It can be any object. It could be a star. Actually, you know what? Dang, am I actually up a creek even with this idea because text is float? Shit, we need to test this out because I don't know exactly how this works. I need a piece of text to test with. So let me restart. I might also be up a creek with this, but at the same time, maybe I've eliminated something that doesn't work. So let's start with this, and let's just try pushing this in the corner. Let's just get that in the corner. Now, wait a minute. No, this is okay. This is okay because I don't need star to be push. I was fixated on this idea that I need star to be push, but text is float. Text is float, so I don't think this is actually going to work. Let's try. Hold on. Let's just try. Let's not make an assumption until we've tried. Okay, so we do this. Now we do this. We do this. And we do this. Okay, now dust is weak. Now, crap. How do I get actually moon or win over? Maybe this is still okay, actually, because we don't need, we can actually do, hold on, I need to back this up one step. Let's back this up here. And let's do this. And now let's do this. This is not a solution per se. This is more to just test. I just want to get a word across that I can test. Test, 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 test. Ooh, I actually need one more word. But I do have one more word. I have a feeling, though, that dust is not going to break. But maybe not. It doesn't break. Dang. We actually have to have the star. I need to be very careful about my have-tos here. We're building up a lot of have-tos in this puzzle, and those are always like the most dangerous words ever. We need to be very, very careful about have-tos. I'm enjoying this puzzle, though. There are several frustrating aspects of it, but I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the exploration so far much more than I did on the... It felt like we ran out of exploration very quickly on level 9. Platformer. But this one feels like there's so many ways to go, which to me is a bit overwhelming, but also fun. Okay, I think I'm gonna do a reset. So text is float. Text is float, which means it does not get shifted by the belt, and it does not break something that is weak. I know, so many opportunities to have your brain broken. And meet those opportunities we shall. This is fun. Reset. Reset. I'm very intrigued by the idea here of manipulating this text in some way by pushing it to the right. And being able to come up with some scenario where we're ending up with dust is weak. It feels like from this point, you should be able to come up with something that allows you to make moon is win. But the issue is that you need also find a way to break the dust. Unless you can somehow say dust is push. Oh, see, one problem here. One problem here is if I'm trying to actually get a word down to here, I'm actually a little... Oh, I can do this. I can actually... Well, but then I can't quite, because then it falls. Okay, so there's some finicky... You gotta be very careful. Maybe I need to, like, ignore... Let's ignore maybe the big tower at the top left here. Just let that sit. And just try to see if we can... Unless there is some way... Is there some world where... Okay, what happens if I do... this? Okay, so text can sit on top of the star at this point, if star is push. Does that help me? Can we just figure out a way to get the star? Like, if I go like this, I think I'm immediately screwed, so... Is there a way for me to get the star onto the conveyor belt and then the text also to be pushed? Like, it would be very nice. And perhaps they've arranged it this way because it would be a little too nice if star is push could be arranged vertically. I don't think there's a way to do that without, like, dumping star is push into this spot. Because once we do that, we're stuck. Once we do that, it's a no-go. Maybe there's some sort of weird... Have I not thought of... Maybe we're thinking up the wrong creek here, because maybe we're supposed to say something like star is moon? Is star is moon something we could do? Because dust is defeat and dust, so there's no transforming dust. But they are not precluding us or preventing us from transforming star, correct? So can we come up with a state where we say star is moon? Oh, I actually did the thing I wanted not to do. Oh, but the problem... No. I mean... No, this is not a problem yet, right? This is not a problem yet. It might be a problem now because I might have misordered things, but... Let's keep going. I need Moon to be first. I need Moon to be first. Can I have Moon be first? Should be a way to do this. Waiting for the other shoe to drop here. Moon is not win. That's the other shoe to drop. But that should not be a problem. Except it sort of is a problem. Because where do I get my other is? Unless... It's kind of a problem. This feels very promising. But it also might be a dead end. We need to make a win condition. That's the thing. Changing star into Moon is no big deal. Getting Moon to also be the win con is kind of a big deal. Can we back this up to a state where we are still winnable? How can I regain access to the second is? How can I regain access to this is here? If I'm pushing this in here, maybe the problem is I pushed the star into the wrong spot. Maybe I... Actually, I'm not allowed to push the star anywhere else. I can't come in here and push the star out. So where else would I push the star? I could push it over here. I could push it over there. And now I could try to set up a scenario where star is Moon and Moon is win. But then I'm blocked. If I have a 5-word phrase here, I'm blocked from getting to the star. They have given you so many possibilities, which means so many possibilities that are wrong. So many possibilities that are possibly wrong. Let me go back here and make sure I've exhausted this one first. Make sure this is a dead end before we abandon it prematurely. I would need to say the phrase star is Moon is win. So win has to go in first and then an is. I don't need weak or dust. But I need win to be first. So... This is gonna be a problem though, because I'm eventually gonna get to a spot here where I'm out of room. Like, that's all well and good, but now how do I get is next? Because the way it's arranged right now, star being here, I can't actually get to is and push it into place, right? I think this is where I'm gonna go ahead and call it, I think. Yes, Sparky, you got it. Awesome. GG's. It sounds like an ordeal, and I think it's gonna be an ordeal for me when I finally manage to solve it, but hell yeah. I'm so glad one of us got there. You've had some breakthroughs today, which makes me happy. Gonna do it again to make sure you get it? Wait, what? To make sure? Oh, to make sure you get and understand it. I see. Yes. Sounds like perhaps there was some stuff you had to do that you didn't fully understand the first time through. Which can often be the case, right? Oftentimes there's some key element that you've just managed to overlook as to how the game works. And I can tell that very well may be the case for me. And I can tell that I need to give a little bit of a break, just because I'm not. It's really a lack of sleep that's killing me right now. I can just tell my brain is not fully there. But we made a little bit of progress today. We've gotten ourselves into a couple of levels here, and we did manage to get the extra, which I will definitely hang my hat on. But I think for now we're gonna go ahead and call it there. GG Sparky. Glad you got the breakthroughs on both of those.